Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dr. John Artz. I thought since the channel bears my name, you might be interested in knowing a little bit about me. Just who am I? Well, I am Dr. John Artz, and I write. I write all kinds of things. I retired at the end of 2019, and not wanting to just sit on the couch and watch TV, I took up writing as my encore career. This channel is at youtube.com/@ Dr. John Artz. What do I write? Well, I write a lot of different stuff. I have nonfiction books. You can see my video on my nonfiction books. I also have fiction books. You can see my video on fiction books. I write short stories, short essays, and book reviews. And if you look at my video on my website, you can learn more about that. I also write blogs, although at the moment I'm not updating any of them. But if you go to my main website at drjohnartz.com, you can find links to the various blogs that I've created over the years. I've written scholarly papers and scholarly reviews. Again, that information is on my main website. I write journals, not every day, although sometimes I do. I write emails that are way too long. I write to-do lists and notes to myself. I just write and write and write. What did I do before retiring? Well, I was a professor of information systems at the George Washington University for 27 years. During that time, I published about 4 dozen scholarly papers, and I have also published over 200 book and article reviews. Now, I haven't done that many reviews just since I was at GW. I actually started writing reviews in the mid 80s, but I have 200 of them published online. For 20 years before I was an academic, I had a wide variety of jobs in database and systems development. I have written programs in over a dozen different languages, and I have a patent on a direct manipulation user interface for air traffic control. My educational background started out a little bumpy. After high school, I did not have either the grades or the money for college, so I got a job with the government. After 2 years of working for the government, I realized that was not going to work. So I spent 3 years in community college trying to get my grades up, and I finally got accepted to a 4-year school where I graduated with honors. Apparently, I had figured out how to turn this around. Then I received a Master of Science in Math from the University of Florida. And after that, I lost interest in math and got interested in business for some reason. So I received an MBA in Information Systems from GW. Finally, I completed my PhD in Information Systems from GW as well. Here are a few odd facts about me that you might find interesting, or you might not. My father's family came to the U.S. in the mid 1700s. My mother's family came from South Africa after World War II. I, as a child, lived in Japan from age 5.5 until I was 8 years old. I spoke a little Japanese, but really not much to remark about. There is a registered historic site in Ohio called the John Artz Farmhouse, and it was built by my great grandfather. My great great grandfather, who owned the land where the farmhouse was built, was married to Sarah Hanks, who was Abraham Lincoln's aunt. That's as close to royalty as I get. I thought you might be interested in seeing a postcard of me. I was in Ocean City in August of 1969. I was still 18 years old, and I happened to be walking down the boardwalk with a friend, and somebody took a picture and decided it would make a nice postcard. I didn't find out about it till a year later, so I went to Ocean City, scoured the shops for the postcard, and bought a few copies. I think I only have one copy left. As you can see, I'm looking down at my feet, walking carefully. The boardwalk was probably pretty hot, and I was probably barefoot. Here are some pictures of me as I get a little bit older. The one on the left is a picture of me at a departmental retreat in the mid 1990s. And the one on the right is a picture of me in my office about 12 years later. I have several YouTube channels to promote my writing. That's what this channel is about, is to promote my writing. They provide information about essays, short stories, book reviews, and books that I have written. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about my YouTube channels, I have a video in this channel called My YouTube Channels, and that will tell you all about the other channels. I have several websites. My main website is drjohnartz.com, but I also have myshortessays.com. I have shortstoriesbyme.com. I have betterthanaveragebookrareviews.com, and finally mykdpbooks.com. The titles of those websites make the content of those websites pretty obvious. Thanks for listening. I hope you check out some of the other videos and some of the other channels. And just in case you forgot what I looked like, I included this picture once again. Thank you very much for your attention.